Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Alisa Abdullaeva and I'm here to help you to create harmonious relationship between a man and a woman. In our society right now, when we talk about feminism, most women feel like, what are you talking about? Are you coming from 50s, 60s or medieval time? When I am sharing that most women right now who shifted to the ideology that thank you women for bringing me the freedom of opportunity, they actually destroyed their happiness. Because if we look at our life, where you see most of the feminists are in the three areas: academia, which is professors in colleges, your teachers who believe in fighting for equality and feminism. Then you also see them in Hollywood and all of the actresses who work for 60, sometimes 80 hours a week, and they make millions of dollars, but their families are destroyed. They're miserable. And here's the example with Johnny Depp and his wife and the nasty court that they're going through. And trust me, my friends, when I tell you that I worked with celebrities, I worked with producers, I worked with actresses, I worked with CEO of the companies and businesswomen, and all of them were unhappy. And the third place where a lot of feminists are is also media. And in the media, they are promoting the idea of the feminism. But my friends, what you don't know, that working for 19 and a half years in the mental health practice, I worked mainly with very high and very successful women. And all of these women were dealing with high stress, anxiety, insomnia, tumors sometimes, alcoholism, drugs addiction, depression, panic attacks, and I can go on and on and on. So the money they were making did not buy them happiness. So you have to understand, ladies, yes, with this feminism and equality, you got more power, you had more opportunities, you're making more money, you're independent and you're successful. But what it costs you is your happiness. What it costs you is your families. What it's costing you is your relationship. Because now I want to go over so many costs that women are facing. And number one, what you don't know, that you created the war with men. When you decided to take from them the workplace, because women are succeeding much better in a workplace, because they have a better communication skills, they're supporting one another. But working 40, 60 hours a week, even though you're making higher income now, but it's costing you health. But taking away those jobs from men, they're bitter. They're angry, they're resigned. They started also war with you. And if you ever go to the sites, you see hundreds and thousands of men who are bitter, angry, and believe in the theory of a red pill, where they don't want to do anything with you. They don't want to date you. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to be with you. And these numbers, by the way, are increasing by the day. And I am concerned that everything I'm teaching you, the pool of emotionally healthy men who would marry you, who would chase you, who would date you, are decreasing by the day, because most men are walking away. And then you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? You're thinking, oh, I can provide for myself because all men are toxic. No, this is a brainwashing that the feminists did. By brainwashing you to go to war with men, that men are toxic. This is far away from the truth. Yes, some women are like Amber Heard, is dealing with narcissism, but also some of the men are like that. But you cannot say that 100% of men are like this. It's far away from the truth. And I have a clear example. My husband is a humble, hardworking, strong, masculine man who's providing for me and our son. And I've been making zero income for a year and a half. So please don't put in this category every man. And you cannot meet a masculine, alpha, emotionally healthy man because you are working hard, making this money. Where will you have the energy to work on yourself and being kind and gentle and kind and feminine so you can even attract this man? But this is just the beginning. The second biggest reason that feminism brought to us, and it's costing us, sexless life, where intimacy is out of the door. People hardly having intimacy once or twice a month. Because when women are masculine, they're controlling, they're dominant, they are not interested in sexual intimacy with a man, and man is not interested to have intimacy with her. Because what happened, the more women became masculine, the more men started to become feminine. And the other categories of men, they became now really masculine, and they're going to war with you. So you're dealing with two abnormalities, and you've created that. And so this is another problem, having a sexless marriage where intimacy is not present. Third problem, do you know that all of the shootings that we see every year, kids are shooting in high schools and colleges, but mainly high schools, is because most moms are working and they're leaving kids in daycare, and they don't have time to spend time with them, to play, to teach, to have a good time. And by the time they make it to high school, they're attracting very unhealthy kids who are from the broken families like them. And they get in trouble. They start drinking, they start using drugs, because they were never part of the healthy family where wife takes care of kids and husband provides and protects, because feminism killed all our happy and healthy possibility for families, relationship. And when you're saying, oh, the reason why, Alisa, you're saying all those things because feminists brought it to us. No, my friends, when I talk to my American girlfriends, their grandmothers in 1920s, they went to college. When I talk to my girlfriends who are Americans also, and they said, and my mother went to school in 1950s. So don't tell me that women did not go to school. Only feminists brought it up to us, and that's why we're having this freedom of speech. That's not true. It's far away from the truth. But the feminism brainwashing you to believe that men are toxic, men are the enemies, and go to war with them. It's not true, my friends. If you were exposed to toxic men or narcissistic men, it's because you emotionally unhealthy, because you had either mom or dad who had narcissistic traits, who had abusive traits, and you attracted a man like that. But don't blame all the men like that, because the healing starts with you, because responsibility for the health, emotional and physical health starts with you. But let's go over other problems. Those kids who are not spending time with you, my friends, moms and dads, because 0 to 5, they need to spend time with you and not be dropped off in a daycare where strangers are raising them. And so what happens? They're not just becoming drug addict, not only becoming an alcoholic when they're becoming teens and older, but they also have obesity problem. They have anxiety problem. They have depression problem and suicidal thoughts. And I worked with those teens. The other biggest problem that we're dealing with, 70% of young generation from 20 to 34 years old, single. 70% of them are single, and they don't even know how to date. They're so disconnected. And again, going back to this man, because these men are so angry, so bitter, even if they date, guess what? They just want to sleep with a woman and dump her. They want to sleep with another woman and dump her because they don't have trust anymore, because they've been abused. They haven't been appreciated. You took away from them everything they're born to do, is to provide and to protect, and taking away their masculine energy that they're born to provide and protect for you ladies, for your family. You're breaking a man's core. And so right now, you brought onto yourself the biggest war, the war that is coming your way now. Men are walking away. Men are angry. Men are bitter. Men are resigned. Everything the social media and university is teaching you is the biggest lie. It's been a brainwashing you for so many generations, and you buying into this lie because the Hollywood is selling it to you, because the university is selling it to you, because the society is selling it to you. And so, my friends, trust me when I tell you, feminism is the biggest flaw in the modern history. This is the worst pandemic that a modern society has, because you turning your back on men who are supposed to provide and protect you and have a family with you. Now you'll be working like horse 40, 50 hours a week, paying for your own bills, but you will be single. Even though you will be successful and have money and pay bills, but you will be single and you'll be raising your kids single, or you will never even get married. And so, my friends, I recommend you to start rethinking it through, because a woman is not designed to work 40, 50 hours a week, sit in traffic, and then come home and continue cleaning and organizing and taking care of kids all by herself. We are designed for millions of years where man is hunting and killing the deer, bringing home, and we are cooking and raising our kids. And if you don't like it, I am not saying something that is from 50s or 60s or medieval times. I'm telling you what worked for me and my 2,600 clients. And so with that said, my friends, rethink how you're treating your man. Stop the war on man, so man will stop a war on you. Namaste, my friends.